everyone, and welcome to the Let Me Know podcast, the podcast where we let you know. I'm Vilnius.
And I'm his little sister.
Hey, Lai. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, Noop. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Haven't been able to see you much during this quarantine.
No, not at all. Given that I'm 56 years old. And living in Calabasas, California.
Truly disheartening, your life choices.
It makes it pretty difficult to see you.
Yeah. But your podcast has been pretty good, you know. You're sitting at my window and talking to myself podcast.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
It's hard for a 56-year-old to break into the industry, but I think I actually have 3 viewers, which is one more than you idiots. So
No.
yeah. So just doing your viewership.
How can this even be?
I don't know. There's probably some decent overlap. I'm assuming like Doofin and Down here are gonna basically just leave your audience and join my podcast, sitting at my window and talking to myself. Podcast.
Doof, please don't leave us.
No, Doof, please don't leave us, dude. Please, no. No, Doof, no.
Doof.
Don't do it.
You
don't
can
doof
take
it.
an onion,
Don't
but
doof
at
it.
least let us have Doof.
Yeah, please. All right. Well, in all seriousness, my name is actually Jay.
What?
Actually, this is undercover boss. Podcast without listeners edition. So we have a fantastic podcast for you today. Right. Okay.
But before we start, Jay,
Yeah.
I want to bring up something.
Yeah, go for
As
it.
it may be known on this podcast series, I am not the best at spelling, as seen by the first episode.
Beginnings.
Yeah, but on the most recent episode, as of the recording of this episode, which was San Francisco equals I-95.
Don't forget the 4 question marks and then 4 exclamation marks.
I managed to spell it as San Francisco.
Wait, no way. What?
Yeah. But you know
I
what?
didn't realize you
know
were
what
this
else
bad at
happened,
spelling.
Jay? Jay,
What?
you want to know how you spelled it? San
Yeah, what did I
Francisco equals exclamation point 95. You messed up too.
Wait, did I really? San Francisco. There's no way. Oh, you.
Yeah, I
We have.
typed N before the A accidentally in the thumbnail.
Oh my god. Oh man. Wow. San Francisco. Did I actually type it wrong? I don't believe you.
No, you did. You did. Check Spotify.
Wait, you did the same thing. Oh, you okay? You. I see. You poke fun at yourself. Haha. Because you're silly boy. How many views do we have? We've 300 views almost.
Yeah, that
We should
podcast.
celebrate.
Podcast with 300 views.
No, well, we need to make it to 500 first.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the one with the OG Toby didn't just, catapult us into popularity.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Where were all his 150 subscribers?
I don't know, dude. Our views just tanked. Completely. Completely tanked. You should probably send these thumbnails to me still so I can make sure that you didn't type it wrong.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't look over them. Is what I realize because I make them and I do not spell check myself. I just type.
Just send them to me like you used to. I mean, you sent me the first 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brugtac.
That's right, Vilnius. And we released a Fossil Fighters video, and it was pretty good. I thought it turned out pretty well.
Yeah, it was surprisingly great, and it's been doing all right in views. More so than
13
episode
whole
9
views,
has.
dude. It has more views than episode 6, episode 7, and episode 9. Except less views than the bonus episode.
The bonus episode is so bad, too. Why did anyone watch it?
It's because it's 5 minutes long.
Yeah. Maybe we should
100%.
make the next bonus episode 5 hours long.
God. It could just be just like a whatever conversation about anything and like, well, no, half the time we'll just be silent, you know? We'll just be like, all right, hey, Vilnius, I'm going to take a nap. We'll just like, you'll just hear me going, you know, I'm going to do a little whistling in my sleep. As you can tell, listener, or, you know, one of two listener, by the way, if you haven't noticed, every time I refer to the amount of listeners of the podcast, it goes down a little bit. At one point, I said we had 6. It's kind of made its way down to 2. It's a matter of time until we make it to 1.
Oh.
Maybe we'll get to 0 one day, Vilnius. That's the end goal. We should probably just stop the podcast then. We've succeeded.
It'd be funny if we just go forever. No one's listening.
Yeah, we did our goal of, you know, making an entire podcast and having no one listen to it. You know, that was the goal. And you know what? You guys can afford $5 a month to subscribe to our podcast. All right. Taxes and family? No. Pay for your entertainment, stupid dumbasses. Don't be stupid idiot head and not pay for. I hate you. And I'm gonna be on my phone during the cutscene during the podcast. But you should subscribe anyway, cause we're not gonna go on a regular schedule. Okay. Don't expect a schedule without a subscribe.
That will not be pleasant to listen to.
Exactly. Hey, it's all part of driving away our second listener to make it just one. We may be losing Doof already. I have no idea. I haven't checked Anchor. But it's alright. We have fun here. Alright, so as many of you may know, there are why did our estimated audience size go up to 4 from 1? Why have our podcast been getting listened to?
Whoa.
Why did we have 13 plays on in a week?
Wait, Jay.
Hold up.
That might have actually been me, because I was listening to all of the after outro segments at one point.
That was definitely you on Spotify.
So I was
you bastard.
That would have been 8 at the time. So 8 of them are me.
Yeah, that is definitely you, Vilnius.
Yeah. What's our most listened to episode?
Episode 3, and then 1 and 5 are tied.
How many listens does episode 3 have?
11.
Ooh, nice.
Not bad. 1 and 5 have 9. 4th place is episode 2, and then tied for 5th is episode 4 and episode 8. And my favorite episode we've ever done, episode 7, is tied for 6th.
Oh. My favorite episode is episode 8.
Really?
I like the guest episodes.
Well, the thing was, I listened to both of them on the same day, and I thought episode 7 was really funny.
Yeah.
Which is sad, because I laugh at my own jokes, but at the same time... Vilnius, you can't even make fun of me. I'm going to make you die.
You're going to kill me?
Yeah.
No.
You heard it here first, folks. Vilnius die. Okay. So, alright, so, as we all know, there are a lot of things going on in the country right about now. As you may have heard in last week's episode, by the way, we are recording this. I know that our recording schedule is a little bit strange, given that I'm recording this on June 6th, and it is not going to be, or we're recording this on June 6th, and it is not going to be out until the 17th.
We should probably fix our recording schedule.
We should probably fix our recording schedule. I think we'll work on not stockpiling an episode, guys. Just because I know we do make some outdated references. It's not like necessarily outdated, but the world moves fast.
Mhm.
You're gonna hear about riots in Philadelphia this Wednesday, which is for us the 10th. Or yeah. So I mean, the riots in Philadelphia were May 30th. So
Well,
as you can see, maybe 4 days is a better gap between episodes than 11 or
yeah.
whatever it
I,
ends
I,
up
I
being.
would still say though, the George Floyd rioting, the Black Lives Matter, all of that is still important and still relevant.
Very,
I think that
very.
episode is fine, but like
Mm.
the Twitch controversy stuff might be a little old.
I mean, that's been old in the first place.
I don't know if political injustice, or I mean racial injustice in America is something that's going to be irrelevant
Yeah, no,
relatively
I know
quickly.
that. I just think that the one thing that I want to bring up right now is going to be completely irrelevant in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I did talk to you about this earlier, but
Mhm.
it makes me angry. I think it's just idiotic, you know. And Vilnius, did you look at any of this?
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Oh, the Jake Paul thing. Did you look it up at all?
No, you told me not to.
Yeah, no. I was just checking.
I was I was fishing with a friend earlier today, and they well, the friend was the OG Toby, who has been on the pod. Sub to him.
Certified G, bona fide stud.
A stupid boy. Uh
Yep.
and he
Hey,
brought
hey,
it up
hey.
to me even, and I
He's
shut
like a
him down
distinguished guest.
specifically so he wouldn't spoil what you wanted to tell me about it.
Okay, I'm gonna let you know. All right.
Yeah.
As we all know, Jake Paul is just a stupid, stupid man. I'm sorry, child. He's a stupid child. All right.
Whoa.
All right, so ABC 15 Arizona posts 2 days ago. Hashtag breaking. This is on Twitter, by the way. YouTuber Jake Paul has been charged with criminal trespassing and unlawful assembly after video shows him alongside looters in Scottsdale. All right, first of all, why the hell was he in Scottsdale? And why the hell did he think it would be a good idea to loot stores in Scottsdale? All right.
Yeah, doesn't he live in Ohio?
No. I mean, they're from Ohio. I believe he lives in LA. All right, this dude does not live in Scottsdale. All right, and you want to hear what Jake Paul said in response? This came up in like my feed for Twitter. He said, and I quote, end quote, give me my charges and let's put the focus back on George Floyd and Black Lives Matter. Okay, now I have a lot to say about this. All right, let's start with this. Jake Paul just used the state of the country right now as an excuse for thievery. All right? In my opinion, that's what he did. I don't know what you think, Vilnius. I don't know if you agree with that. But like,
I feel like while he could have been joining the protesters in the looting for, a genuine reason, the fact that he is in Scottsdale certainly
but
puts him into
what would the
question, but
genuine reason be? That's what I'm saying, dude. Because if you think about it, right? We'll get to this later. Both of us went to protest today,
Mhm.
right? Both of us went to protest today, right? Looting is long over, especially in Philadelphia. Peaceful protesters are not looters, right? Now, the peaceful protesters can turn into rioters at some points, especially last weekend. But it's they're not the looters, right? The looters are people who are using that as an excuse. All right. When Jake Paul tweets back at ABC 15 Arizona and says, "Give me my charges and let's put the focus back on them." You can just tell that all he wants is to not have bad press. He's like, "Oh, I don't want the focus to be on me." And he uses George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter movement as an excuse for basically not being in the spotlight, for being a dumbass. All right?
Yeah. Well, while I feel as though, yeah, Jake Paul probably used, George Floyd's murder and the protesting as an excuse for his looting, I feel like a lot of the looting isn't just because they want to loot and use it as an excuse, but more of a statement on how, America seems to value, the economy and products that they sell more than human lives. But I do think that Jake Paul probably does not feel this way, as he's not a bright man.
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy that is on multiple occasions scammed children out of their money on the internet. On
Mhm.
multiple occasions. Okay, come on. I sort of agree with what you're saying, but at the same time, I have a feeling that a lot of people that are doing the looting do not think that far into it. That's what I'm gonna say. I I may be completely wrong. All right, I may be
No,
completely wrong.
I I have to agree. I'm certain that there are plenty of people that are just looting for the hell of it, but, you know, I think that there is certainly a possible reason to some people's looting. I don't know. I am not the most well versed in this issue.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not particularly well versed either, but I was really pissed off when I saw this. Like,
No, yeah.
the
Jake
way
Paul,
he says it is
yeah,
just like, this isn't my fault. Like, it feels like he's deflecting the blame. And he's like trying to say, like, I don't matter at all. Like, I have no influence on anybody. Just think about them, not me, you know? But the fact that he names like George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter movement, and he's like, let's put the focus back on them. It's like he's bumbling on, right? I think it's just unnecessary. Like, why did you tweet about it, right?
mhm.
Especially if he thought this was a good move, all right. I don't know what to think of him anymore.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I don't think Jake Paul made the right decision or did looting with any sort of thought behind it other than free stuff.
Which is so ironic. He's one of he's rich beyond belief, right?
Indeed.
This guy's, he's got lots of money. All right. It's just funny to me. Just the narrative that you can get from this tweet is like, rich guy goes and steals stuff. And he's like, not a big deal. Worry about the other. Like, I don't know, man. He has received a bunch of bad press. I don't feel bad for him about any of it because I think he deserved all of it. I think Jake Paul is a
Mhm.
terrible person. Honestly, he's a shark. All right, when it
Yeah.
comes to making money, and not in a good way, not in an investment way, but in like a taking advantage of people kind of way. Yeah, man. I don't know what to say. Like, I just like, it's very concerning to me that it's just okay for him to do this. Like, and he's just like tweeting out like, let's like avoid talking about me, just so he's not embarrassed or has his pride hurt or something of the sort.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was all I really had to say about that. I just saw that. I thought it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Idiotic stuff.
Ridiculous is probably a pretty fitting word for the situation.
And what's funny, actually, now that I just looked one tweet back. He responds to somebody named Riley. Jake has raised $32,000 in 20 minutes. I'm so proud of you, Jake Paul. And he responded, with y'all's help. All right. The next day, or actually that day, he talks about, the horrific injustices and all this stuff, all right? It just feels like BS, all right? It doesn't feel right. Something about the way he says it all just feels so disingenuous.
Mhm. Mhm.
But other than that though, I think Logan Paul, on the other hand, made surprisingly made a very good statement. He was reading from a script. Have you seen his statement on it from his podcast?
I didn't even know he had a podcast.
Yeah, he does. I only listened to it because yesterday was on it once. Haha, funny.
Yes Theory and Gus Johnson and Eddie Burback controlling Jay's mind.
Yeah. But Vilnius, if you could do me a favor, and could you insert the audio clip into this?
Yeah, that would not be hard.
Listen closely. One of my biggest learnings from all of this, and I'm embarrassed that it's taken me 25 years to realize this. It is not enough to be not racist. You have to be anti-racist.
Yes.
Condemn those who feign superiority because of the color of their skin. Friends, hold friends accountable. Hold your family accountable. Hold yourself accountable. And most importantly, we must hold our authorities accountable. Police officers, politicians, policymakers. As Killer Mike said, bully the politicians at the voting booth. Make your voice heard. Attend a protest. Speak up against injustice. If you're white, if you look like me, use your privilege. And for those who do not think white privilege exists, you are fucking blind. You are delusional and you are part of the problem. I can count on 0 hands the amount of times that I have feared for my life at a routine traffic stop. That has never happened. Half of the reason I'm able to get away with some of my hooligan shit I do in my vlogs is because I'm a white kid. I'm confident that I do not have to fear for my life should the cops show up. Acknowledge and weaponize your privilege. I believe we're going to a protest today. You can bet your fucking ass I'll be in the front line. Knowing all this about America, its racially charged background, its inability to truly treat humans as equals, even after 244 years since its inception, we must now work towards finding the solution. And if you are an influencer or a celebrity friend of mine, I hope you are using your platform to continue to spread the message of solidarity and unity. I do not have all the answers, but I know we must now reverse engineer the system as a collective. We must open our eyes and realize that there is only one race, and that is the human race. On behalf of Breonna Taylor, we must change. On behalf of Ahmaud Arbery, we must advance. And on behalf of George Floyd and the hundreds of others who have been unjustly murdered in this country, we must evolve.
All right. I
That was
thought
pretty good.
I thought that was a fantastic statement from him. All right. And well, to be fair, all right, in defense of him reading from a script, it's easier to organize your thoughts like that. All right. I am not going in with the thought that what he's saying is disingenuous. I think he's being genuine about it. I think he's a little more trustworthy in that realm than his brother. But I think that was a fantastic statement. I can't remember who it was. I think it was oh my god, it was definitely no. You know, I'm not even gonna say it. Somebody retweeted his thing and was like, "It's not often that I can commend Logan Paul for anything, but I think this was a great statement that he made." And I hope the maybe 4 estimated average audience from Anchor FM can appreciate that and see that perhaps he knows what he's talking about in that sense. And I can appreciate that coming from a guy who is generally thought of to just be an idiot and an imbecile. Because he kind of is sometimes, I guess, if you want to think of it like that. But I think this is good, for sure. I'm not sure what you thought of that, Vilnius. You think that's pretty...
No, yeah. I thought that was a pretty good statement, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I mean...
Yeah.
That was all I really had to say. I just think it's kind of funny, just the difference in the Paul brothers statements there. Let's turn the focus from me back to the problem at hand. All right, and so the next topic that I did want to mention is both Vilnius and I went to protest today. Vilnius, you said you went to the art museum, right?
Yeah, although I had to leave early. I had some prior commitments with the fishing, and
Yes.
while I would have liked to stay longer,
Fishing called.
Yeah, fishing
Um,
calls.
no, but I think it's important that you're there. You said you were there for some speeches and such, right?
Yeah, I was there for about an hour.
Yeah, that's great. And so they seem to like, march down Vine or something to Broad and march to City Hall. My entire family, we walked to City Hall from where we're at. And actually, I'm sorry. We walked up, down, left, or right to City Hall from where we're at, and God. Um, so we marched from City Hall down to I believe it was Lombard. I'm sorry, South Street, South Street. And there, the entire crowd paused and sat in a moment of silence for 9 minutes. And it was a very surreal experience to witness that many people doing that. And we went from there, we walked all the way down to Snyder Avenue, which is a good distance, and then looped around and walked up to, we had to go at around, we had to go before we got back to City Hall for what ended up being a crowd of thousands that gathered there before the group of marchers even got back. We had to peel off a little bit early. We had some prior stuff going on as well. But it was a very, very surreal experience.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm very glad, very, very glad. Saddened, of course, that I've had to live through this time in the country, but I think very blessed that I've been able to experience this firsthand. I've been able to march alongside the amazing number of people today, and it's been an honor. It was amazing to see people of every facet of life in Philadelphia come together, sit in that moment of silence, march down. It was surreal to see stuff like I passed my gym and like all that stuff, and we were taking over the street and just seeing places I've been before, and like we're gonna make this a new normal for all of these places, and next time next time I visit these places, it's gonna be a new normal. I thought that was a very comforting thought to have. Um, it's you feel very, very much a part of the country. You feel like you're a part of the people who want their voice heard. It's amazing. Um, and I highly recommend anybody, if they find out that there's a peaceful protest going on near you, go
Yeah.
speak your mind. Go, walk with a group and just feel a sensational community of people coming together to spark change and create change. And the amount of emotions in the air was amazing. It was surreal.
Go protest if you can.
It's a memory that you'll keep for the rest of your life, for sure. But that was all I had to say about that. Vilnius and I are going to talk a little bit about
Trading card games. Whoop whoop.
Whoop, raise the roof. It's a bit of a turn of.
What a hard cut you made there.
It was a hard cut, guys. I'm not gonna lie. So, without further ado,
we bring to you.
Vilnius,
Ow.
would you like to speak about our trading card adventures?
Yeah. While I have never been especially enamored with trading card games, really, I guess, they've always been around me, and I've always played them forever. I started at a very young age with Pokemon and then Yu-Gi-Oh! All the weeb ones.
The weeb ones.
I used to make my own trading cards, and they would be essentially Pokemon cards, except then they would also have the star rating system that Yu-Gi-Oh cards have. Or this, I don't even understand what the stars were. I've never actually played a game of Yu-Gi-Oh. I just
Yeah,
had
me
the
neither.
card.
I had lots of Yu-Gi-Oh cards though.
Yeah,
Lots.
I just thought they looked cool, and I liked the show, specifically Yu-Gi-Oh GX, which has a great intro that is like the most nostalgic song for me of all time.
More than Bakugan, Vilnius?
Yeah, more than Bakugan even, although Bakugan is up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I went over to his house to edit like our first podcast, the one that was like an hour and a half. I'm sorry, 2 hours long, and we never finished editing, of course. And we may or may not have gotten distracted by watching Bakugan.
Yeah, we may have watched Bakugan for like an hour.
Maybe, just maybe like 2-3 episodes, just maybe.
It did not hold up. I don't know if Yu-Gi-Oh! GX would hold up, but in my
I
mind,
have no idea.
it is good.
Yeah, it was similar for me, I think, with playing TCGs from a younger age or just collecting them. Yeah, because I had Bakugan and stuff like that. It's sort of a TCG, I guess, Bakugan.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Bakugan. Yeah, I had all those.
Yeah,
Did you see
I
that
thought
they
they were so
changed
cool.
the entire system of how to play the game? Like the card
Did
game
they?
aspect of it is entirely gone. Now it's like Bakugan, but in like a Beyblade ring, and it's like a game of chance now.
Is it really? I gotta see this,
Yeah.
dude.
I watched like this random video once from like some kids channel with like an ad. It was like an advertising video for Bakugan
Oh my
by
God,
this kids
wait.
channel. That was
I've
terrible.
seen something of the same sort. It was like some Bakugan battle. They were in like they were in some sort of like gym or something, and like two little kids like rolling Bakugan across.
Jay, I think we watched that video together. Is what I'm thinking.
You know what? Maybe we did.
That might have been on the same day we were editing and just watching Bakugan stuff. We might have watched that. I remember there were like ninjas and stuff in it.
Yeah. Oh my
We
God.
did.
Yeah. Wait a second. Oh, it's Ninja Kids TV. Oh my God. Oh.
What a fantastic name.
Which one was it, dude? It was Ninja Kids Battle in Bakugan Challenge Paxton versus Ninja. I bet you that's exactly which one. Wow, they did a lot of. Nah, it could have been any of them. Dude. Wow, yeah, we did watch that video together. Very weird. Alright, very weird. But definitely go check out Ninja Kids TV, boys. It's really good.
Shout
the
out.
kids make really good content. So, but yeah, I played Bakugan. Dude, Beyblades, completely unrelated. Dude, Beyblades were my thing. Like, third and fourth grade.
You don't even know how obsessed with Beyblades I was.
Oh my
I
God,
probably
yeah.
for like a year played Beyblades every day. Me and
Yeah, dude,
I have a lot
at
of friends
school.
in my neighborhood who we would just all of us we would get together and we would just play for hours and we would build stadiums just out of stuff and we would fill them with like different things like sand or water and we would like build our own coliseums and make up our own types of challenges and try out like every single possible combination. I was like so incredibly enamored with it as a child.
There is nothing I want more like to go back and play with a toy than to just wait, Vilnius.
What?
Do you think it is a smart idea for after quarantine for us to buy the original Beyblade Battle Stadium with Storm Pegasus and whatever the other one was, Golden Draco or whatever?
We make
And-
Beyblade videos?
Just one. Okay. Okay, hear me out. What if we go on eBay and spend it's probably gonna be like $100 to buy like the original starter pack arena?
I don't think we want to do the original.
You don't want to play with the original Storm Pegasus?
No,
Isn't it Storm Pegasus?
it was, but that's not
Storm
the one I
Pegasus?
used. I always used the edgy guys one.
Oh, Ray Unicorno. Oh my God, dude, this is insane. What is
Yeah, Ray
happening?
Unicorn. That's the one I used.
Oh, dude. Okay.
Oh God, I'm being hit with just tons of memories. I had totally lost.
Hold up. What if we make an attempt to just see if we can buy some of the original what was the one? It was okay, we gotta go on a wiki and find out what all the originals from the original sets were.
Yeah,
'Cause-
yeah.
Oh my God, dude, that was 8 years ago.
Beyblade just had a season like a few months ago, didn't it? Like a new show.
I think it may have, yeah.
Bakugan did as well. I know Bakugan had one where they had changed up the art style. They made it a bit more unique and stylistic, but it did not do well in the ratings.
Yeah, it looks like there's some other battling. Wait, did they actually change the? They changed the name.
Oh,
Crush Battling Blades. These are using the same symbols as the old ones.
what?
I'm sorry. What? Huh? Okay, dude. I'm
Oh,
so
Crush
confused.
Battling Blades. I know these. These have existed just as long as Beyblades, Jay.
They have the main character from Beyblades on the cover of the box.
Yeah, I had some of these. These are I don't understand. I think they're knockoffs, but
There's a Beyblade Switch game.
but going back to the Crush Battling Blades, I remember that these were way better because they were way heavier. They like destroyed. And here, sorry to hard cut again, but the Beyblade DS games, I probably own 3 different ones, and I remember that
yeah. I played them too.
yeah, 2 of them were really terrible, and then one of them was awesome.
Yeah.
Like one of them, I probably played like every level like 5,000 times. I remember being so good at the game and having so much fun with. Oh, I have to figure out which one that is.
Oh my god,
my
wait,
God.
wait. What was the one called? Was it Flame Pegasus? What was the one that was like it was like a stamina type? Right? It had basically just a round metal casing and it was like orange.
I do not remember. Sorry.
Oh my god. Wait, what is Flame Pegasus?
I think that's
No,
just like
that's-
the Pegasus special thing. Yeah, we have to
dude.
buy some Beyblades and make a Beyblade video, Jay.
Okay, wait. What were the? Okay, hold up. Okay, wait. Beyblade Metal Fusion. I remember there was like some sort of wolf thing. Okay, hold up, dude. This
I do not.
is mind blowing.
Ow.
Remember they had like left hand spinners and stuff?
Yeah.
Like they had the opposite direction? That's what it was. Burn Fire Blaze, dude. Oh,
Burn Fireblaze. What a
God.
name.
yeah, that was considered like one of the best, at least with my friends. Oh, dude, this is insane.
Do you remember the tornado
Oh my-
ones, Jay? They were just really tall and really bad.
Yeah, I had already fallen off the thing at that. Oh my god, dude, the Very Aries, that thing was really good, dude. This, oh, gee, okay, there goes my mic. Sorry about that.
Did you
Um,
punch your mic?
I lifted my hand up and I hit it over. Okay, so
I might be able to still find these, Jay, some of mine, because I have
Really?
a bin of old toys and mostly old cars, just a bucket of them.
did you never get rid of them? Because I gave mine away to someone, one of my cousins.
I may have given them away, but I have like a bucket of metal
Wow.
toys. It's a literal bucket. So it's like filled with mostly like cars and stuff. Speaking of these cars, I used to do these things with the aforementioned neighborhood friends of mine, who I'm still friends with. They're all awesome. Sam was on the podcast, for instance, and Colin might come on soon. We would do this thing called, I don't even remember. I think it was just called car crashing, where we would essentially do Beyblade battles, except we would just smash cars into each other.
All right, Vilnius. What if we just did that again? What if we did that again?
With the
What if-
cars?
Wait, do you?
No, I
did
have
you
too
ever
much
have
sentimental value for the cars now, Jay.
No, I have 64 cars of my own.
Oh, you want to smash your cars?
Did you ever have Hot Wheels track?
I did, but I no longer have those.
We need to figure out if somebody you know has Hot Wheels track that we can get our hands on, and we have to do like a little drag race thing.
Hot Wheels tracks are probably pretty cheap. We could buy some of those because that's just plastic and they still make it.
We literally just need loose Hot Wheels track, don't we?
Yep.
I mean, that's all you need.
We should make a Beyblade video though. I think that would be a lot of fun because we could do it like an episode of the show and just
Yeah,
hype it
man.
up really hard.
Yeah, dude, no kidding. But dude, like, I think we could definitely do this. Yeah, man. All right. We'll figure this out later then.
Yeah. Getting back to the main point of TCGs, there's
Yeah.
really only one sort of TCG that either of us are related to anymore. That being Magic the Gathering, which I don't really play that much of, but Jay, you're pretty heavily into that.
I am, yes. I do play a good lot. Um, you know, I think I think Magic is like one of the most creative. Okay, all I'm saying, there's a great reason that it is the most popular TCG in the world. Um, at least by certain statistics. It's sold the most units, etc., kind of thing. From what I can tell.
Mhm.
Um, and I think what I think is funny is that it's so similar to games like Hearthstone and stuff like that, which obviously came after. But honestly, I think there's so much novelty in playing with physical cards. I I understand like Hearthstone streaming and all that kind of stuff, but for real, like I think the best ever is going to a game store and like playing against strangers. Um, it's always such a
Mhm.
good time. Um, yeah, I mean, we have a lot of friends that play as well. So like Toby does, we've got our friend like Henry, our friend Tanai, Rowan, like a bunch of people play.
Tanny
Uh,
B.
Tanny B, Jacob, whatever. We have a lot of people who play, and we always have a great time, like gatherings. We can always game, like gamers.
Gaming.
Game. Gamers, gamer. Um, yeah, so Vilnius, I know you've had a little bit of experience with Magic the Gathering. Do you care to fill us in?
Yeah. So back in elementary school, uh there was this girl I was friends with whose dad was really into Magic the Gathering, and thusly she was
Mm.
kind of into it, but through that, by proxy of that, uh I learned about Magic and got into it myself by buying one deck. It was this cool deck of it was a swamp deck, and a few years later, I didn't buy any more decks. I had no one to play with. I would occasionally play with her, but like once a year. So I didn't play it anymore. Anyhow, I happened upon getting another deck, and through that deck, now having two, uh, I would play with the aforementioned neighborhood friends.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
and we would
Well,
just
now,
split my
now
decks.
Vilnius
We
can't
would
get
like,
the neighborhood friends out of his mind.
yeah, yeah. It's like you with Gus and Eddie.
SMH and yes, sir, of course.
Of course. Uh,
Yes.
and we would play, but we would just split the decks in half, and thusly, depending on luck,
Terrible.
essentially you would just win because one person would have like all the good cards and the other person would suck.
Terrible way to play Magic the Gathering. Never play
And
Magic the Gathering like that.
and through that, I got them into Magic. Some of them were into it for about like literally 2 days, but my friend Sam, who was on the podcast, he got pretty into it. He's way into it now. He
Oh
plays
my
Magic
God.
all the time.
You know what was funny was when we were in Canada. So, just for reference, I don't think we've ever talked about this on the podcast. Maybe a little bit. But we went to Canada at the end of freshman year, so a few years ago, or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
um, Sam was there too, and I remember like he was at that point getting more into Magic, and since then he's just been insane. Like he is so far in. I mean, he's further in than like Toby and I combined, probably.
I would not say further than you and Toby. He's probably on the same level.
I think he's further than Toby. Maybe not all around knowledge, but I think he is much more into it right now. For
Perhaps,
sure.
perhaps, yeah. I think he keeps up with it more than Toby, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. He buys a lot of packs and stuff and, all that kind of thing. So I think that's pretty awesome. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, but Um, so I think Magic, it's interesting. I've been playing for several years. I learned, but during it was really during the Dominaria set, which was that oh my God, April 2018 maybe? That's insane. That I first started playing. For real. I started during like Shadows over Innistrad, which was 2016. And then you know, and then it kind of kept going and I was like, Toby that February 2018 was like, I want to get you a deck for your birthday. I was like, all right, sick. Um,
Sick, bro.
and so we sat there for a long time and, we made the deck and he ordered it. He was like, nice. And I was like, yeah. Now I'm a gamer always and forever. I highly recommend playing Magic. Though I must say it is much more complicated than like, Pokemon.
Yeah. It's a surprisingly complex card game.
Yeah, I mean, Pokemon feels like I don't know, Pokemon feels a little too dumbed down.
I mean, to be fair, it is targeted at a fairly young audience of children.
By the way, the power what's it called? The power ramp over the years in Pokemon is nuts.
Oh, yeah, they've made like 15 different new types of like cards that are better than the last one. I think that's dumb, but
Yeah, and I'm not saying that I'm not I'm not 100% saying that Magic isn't completely the same way, but I'm also saying that there's a good portion of cards from like Arabian Nights, which is like the third or fourth set, that are still completely playable. From 1995-96 that are still playable.
yeah.
Um yeah, so I think honestly, um
I feel as
yeah.
though with Pokemon cards, though, less people actually play them than just collect them. It's more of a collecting thing.
Yeah, I think collecting's more fun. Dude, I remember one time I had a recital and my parents got me a pack of Pokemon cards and I pulled a extended art non-border Zapdos and it was the best thing ever. It's stuff like that. That is absolutely sick. So I think that's more fun. And actually recently I have started a little art binder. Um for Magic cards because I think regardless there are some really awesome cards. Like some good examples if you guys want to look it up are like Elsha of the Infinite Gyre is really great. And then there were all these showcase cards that came out in the most recent set that are awesome. Have these amazing art on it. That I highly recommend going to like just look at the art of these cards. Um and
Yeah, Magic the Gathering always manages to find some fantastically talented artists and some incredibly creative ones as well to make their cards. Like so many of them, you can just get lost in the image. I really wish there were versions where, it wasn't just so incredibly tiny, where I could properly soak in each image.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think what they've done with so much of the art is incredible. And I think obviously at the beginning the art was rather, simplistic. But I think as time has gone on and the creatures have gotten, they've, created bigger and more, legendary, different creatures, whatever. It's just become this amazing feat. I feel like every card has become an amazing feat of design on their part. And I
Mhm.
think that's super cool.
Yeah, even just the mana cards are stellar. Like
Oh
every
yeah, from a
aspect of the game, every card looks wonderful.
yeah, they all look the part. Yeah, man,
Mhm.
I think they always do an incredible job and like, they have so many yeah, just the mana that's a good point. Like the mana cards are insanely cool. And like not to like harp on Pokemon, but like their card design is pretty boring.
Yeah,
at
they've
least
had a
I
few
feel.
sets over the years that were really cool. Like they had this one in the early 2000s that was a Play-Doh set where everything was made out of like Play-Doh, and then they would
I
be
did have some cards
imposed
from that.
onto
Yeah.
this like flatter background. And those I thought were awesome. I loved those. But yeah, I must agree. A lot of the card design is very simple and uninteresting.
And just we hate it, right, Vilnius? We just hate it.
I despise it.
That's what I
Yeah.
have to say. But yeah, I think Magic is probably my favorite out of all the games I've played thus far, for sure. But yeah, I mean
Out of,
that's all I really, huh?
yeah. Out of trading card games, my favorite would probably be Pokemon, just based on nostalgia. And
Yeah.
nostalgia controls me.
Yeah, of course. But par for the course. But that's all I got this week. For my bad opinions. Unless you got anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, I guess we should say bye now.
But wait, what if I don't want to say bye? What would happen if I don't want to say bye?
Well, you see, I don't really care, so bye.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I just wanted to serenade you with a little song I've been writing.
Ooh.
All right. You witnessed this incident. It was so scary. And here I go. I burnt my fingy on the burning toaster oven. I was really, really scared, but luckily my buffalo chicken's yummy. And it hurts. My burning fingy. My burning fingy. My burning fingy. The risk was calculated.
Yeah.
But I feel so berated.
Oh.
The toaster oven broke my life.
Yeah.
Luckily, my chicken's yummy. I got burned by the burning. Wait, what were the lyrics? I got burned by the burning. Oh, my finger.
Toaster oven.
What? I burned my fingy on the burning toaster oven.
Yeah.
It
Get you?
hurt, but my chicken is still yummy. And
Whoa.
it hurt, burns. My little fingy. Alright, I finished the song.
Hell yeah. 10 out of 10.
Hell
Grammy
yeah.
Award winning content.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, jeez. Twitter's a great place for stuff, you know?
What?